the City Watch.
City Watch, be on your way. City Watch, be on your way.
This is the City Watch. Welcome, Archsage.
What's this?
In need of healing? This part of the officers' hall's my domain. I pass fresh recruits before we send them off, and treat them when they return. The ones from Cluricon are the worst. Missing or rotting limbs, the pox, that sort of thing. There's no disease or curse or super-rating wound I haven't seen 1,000 times in Cluricon, so don't be shy, and try not to whine. Have you been? Foul land, rank as a Cruddock's breath, and bleak as the northern sea, and that's without the damn Tuatha. Goodbye.
The burns for army use, not civilians.
Curios, talismans,
Oh, my poor aching head. What's that? Wine? Give it to me. That's the only thing for this aching head. Oh, better. A little better, yes. Why, so you did. Let's have a taste, shall we? Hints of a summer day. Undertones of rose and nectar. Finishes like moon on the water. Another? I could cry just to look at it. Best to drink it now. Yes, best thing for it. The more you drink, the better it goes down. Rotten-smelling stinkers, they are. But how they love the scraps and tossings no one else would pay a coin for. A good head on his shoulders, that lad. I asked for a ledger I thought was long lost. He found it and brought it back. I might give him a raise, in fact. A resourceful employee should always be recognized.
Again. You're welcome to the workbench if you like. Drunk again, thanks to you. Now I'll have to watch my gems until he sobers. Then he'll be hung over, and then I'll have to watch my head. Oh, it's so lovely, the lunar gardens. Not that I've seen much else of the world. Have you? Oh, I'd be terrified to go so far. It takes great concentration. You can get lost in the work. I like that. I can't tell if he's lazy or clever, but he gets away with so much for his age. Goodbye.
Every serious student shops at Leargriff's. Lyria's light guide you. Just yesterday, old Red says, "Alway," he says to me, "Alway, this place has a magic all its own." The ancient steps of our founder and prophet are dear to any Rathiri's heart, but mine shall always stir to the brave tales of the war-sworn of old, pitting steel and valor against chaos itself. Red Thombrum, the mage of the Scholia Arcana, he likes to peruse my books every so often to add to their library. In truth, I once thought I might be a poet, but it seems in the end I am more shepherd than ram to my flock of tomes. Ah, you see? My metaphors always run amok somehow. I cannot ascend the steps of the spire without thinking on the first lines of the Fall of Dwinian, nor espy the Wending and not recall Stone Shadows. Rathir is a city of letters. I dare anyone to say otherwise. Now, while many books can be found only within Scholia Arcana walls, others can only be found without. Gnomish texts, magical controversies. Pelowin tugs at the heartstrings. Medara's mists at dawn takes my breath away. If you seek something a bit more rough and lively, the Varani Kesseniki or Sea Chance might be worth a read. Until next time.
The captain of the watch, corrupt and murdered.
Herbs and powders, potions and salves. You have some skill in the craft, if I'm not mistaken. It would be an honor, a compliment to me, if you made use of my alchemy bench. He was the great alchemist of the plains of Erethel. Quite eccentric, but brilliant. His daughters in Emer took after him, and people think I'm weird. If you've not seen young Malian Anwan, you should. You will find him greatly improved. I've always found the mystery of herbs and fungi far more fascinating than anything else. As soon as I was old enough, I was apprenticed to the great Rilf Janik. Were you aware that 37 varieties of vine, flower, and tree can be found here? Discounting, of course, the lunar gardens. Have you been? The true marvel of our city, if you ask me. Blossoms you will see nowhere else in Amalur. Good day.
watch maze is just too expensive.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
Look with your eyes, buy with your hands.
A sword? Ask the harpy over. Go into Cluricon? You'll want Silver Knight at the very least. My craft is shields and armor only. The art of it's in the balance. Too heavy and you can't move in it. Too thin and it shatters. Majestic towers, crisp sea air, and I spend my life in here with that milksop Adar and my spiteful hag of a wife. What a mouse! Look at the way he taps at the forge. Scared of his own damn shadow. Proud is right, and why not? Fitted most of the Alfar army. No frills, no finery. Just good hard steel. First and greatest mistake I ever made. Only thing sharper than her wares is the tongue in her mouth. Good. The
Wait,
finest quality.
you're the Archsage.
That will do quite nicely.
Give us a wink, love. Drives my rusty nail of a husband mad. Now, what can I do for you? Good enough an apprentice, though he's wanting some courage. Still, I pity him. The hours he spends under the dark cloud of my husband's scowl. Him? Pff, if you've any love of life, don't talk to him. Can't abide a joke. Can't enjoy a drink.
Before the war, the people of Rathir were filled with hope, with joy. Most of them, anyway. Have you met my husband?
A terrible thing. Much as it keeps us in business. I like to think that every weapon I forge just might kill one of those two Arthur. That's what helps me sleep at night. Come see me again.
That helm will serve you quite well. A sword? Ask the finest quality.
Repairs? I can make repairs to nearly anything. Sometimes all I have is a sturdy hammer and an anvil. Never thought I could be unhappy working at a forge until I met those two. Some days I think it's all a jest, and they're like a pair of lovebirds when I'm gone. Others, that there will be bloody murder by noon. Know what I dream of? A quiet forge. Nothing but the sound of the billow fire and the hammer's ring. No oaths, no bickering. That's the day I'll finally make my own work. Until then, mending helms and sharpening swords. I'll manage. Rathir is quite busy now. It wasn't always this way. It was quiet and peaceful once, before the Tuatha. When I was young, the Tuatha stormed Erethel. They broke into Rathir once. I still remember the fires and their ghastly armor. Those fires took the southern docks. It's called the Losgiad now. The Burn.
pleasure, I'm sure.
The finest quality. That will do quite nicely.
Stand aside.
Good day to you.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Lunar gardens are enchanting.
Don't mind me.
Welcome.
The arts of speech and persuasion are as important to Rathir as magic or mysteries. A topic that interests you? Would you like to learn some of the art? I am confident a small lesson would be permitted by the house. We are a people of subtle speech and hidden hands. All around us at great beauty, yes, but what does it hide? I do not blame her. Were her parents more persuasive themselves, such willfulness would have been smothered long ago. So long.
Good day, my lady.
Welcome.
Obercott Hall. Don't know why I stand guard here, to be honest.
The champion of Melsenshire. How may I help you? I am the Elund, Morphin Karth, and the voice of the Oberkant. Within this city, my word is law. You risked everything for our sister city. It was foolish, irresponsible, and exactly what was needed. Thank you. Those who watch and govern Rathir, they sit in secret council. Even their names are unknown, and are thus above corruption and idolatry. Only I am known, the Elund, their voice. Many of the refugees have been at Rathir for so long that it is the only home they truly have. But with Melsenshire liberated, some of them can finally return home. Go with our city's blessing.
Welcome to Rathir, man.
Welcome.
Dispelling is a skill that all adventurers, Scholia Arcana or no, should take to heart. I am but a humble practitioner of the arts of dispelling. I share my knowledge with all who wish to learn. It is rather alarming, it seems, that more mages know how to create wards than undo them. The Rathia chapter certainly manages to provide the resources we need, be they financial, academic, or even personal. Keep care of yourself.
Yes?
If you're on any assignment for the Order, I would make sure you're properly outfitted before you start. I'll be around if you need me.
Let's see, I thought I had those manuscripts at hand. Archsage, I hope I'm finding you well. What's needed? There is much that goes into the study of sagecrafting, but though some obsess with the practical forms, I devote myself to its theoretical elegance. Oh dear, it seems that I've had my symposium scheduled at the same time as Earthen Nara's lecture. She's going to be cross. Magic is more powerful than it ever has been, and who is more important in such a time as now than the Scholia Arcana? Until next time.
Greetings, Archsage. Greetings, Archsage.
Is there anything I can do to be of assistance, Archsage? The great city of the Alfar has never fallen, and never will. At least, not until it does. Many years ago, I joined this hallowed order. I was young, tender at the age of 15, and gifted far beyond my rights in the art of magic. Ethan Engar recognized my potential even then. He was the first to show me the wonders of alchemy. I've been happily blowing my eyebrows off ever since. You can find me here.
Greetings. Archsage, it's an honor to speak with you. How are you finding things here? Grew up in Rathier. Always had a head for letters. Was a bit sickly as a youth, so there was little for me to do but read. Once I was of age, I joined the Scholia. Spent my life growing up around the docks. Love all parts of this city, from high to low. A collection of smarter people I'm sure I've never seen. Stay strong.
Greetings, Archsage.
Hello there.
Need to do any trade? I have some items for sale, or I can buy if you're looking to fence some items. Thank the gods Mare came back. Between you and me, Arian just isn't the same without her. Things have been different since the word came that the Hierophant had fallen. Grim Onwig's the leader here now. Mare and Irian were loyal to the Hierophant. I don't know if they left or if they were forced to leave. Always a few odds and ends happening there. Hard to feel like you aren't being watched with the city looming over us. That's why you have to control the show. Common knowledge that the travelers are known as thieves, but it isn't the only life you have to lead. We've traders, bards, and jugglers as well. Come again.
What's needed?
A greeting for our meeting. A thief may turn a lock, a brigand steal a key, but a bard can steal your heart for but a little fee. A beauty true, a queen of love and blades, a fighter born, a lady made. But love was not made strong, and she has fled 'cause of a wrong. Our ruler's fallen, now in chains, and Grim takes the lead. Life in Mooncamp's growing strange, and changed in word and deed. Poor Irion, poor Mare, they go now to some wayward eon, for they were lost without the Hierophant's grievous stare. The vile hag of sun, tormenting us all so, now deserving of our shun, to gallows she shall go. But though we scorn her, her words steered us from danger. Of hatred is that woman so deserving, but should her banishment be so unnerving? A sullied order the untouched cast, but rest assured we shall outlast. Live on your feet as we are told, while using hand to steal the gold. Farewell. These times are growing grim. With my training, I could help you get a leg up with trading. We all might need our last coin. Irion's back to his better self now that Mare's come back to him. Hopefully, things will go back to normal in camp. Glad to see that Mare's back. Irion has more of a love for the stage than actually leading the camp. The art of the haggle is just another form of performance, and that is where we excel here at Mooncamp. I never thought I'd see a day where the Hierophant was held in chains, and Grim Onwig the leader of this camp. But what else could happen? Mare and Irion worship the Hierophant. When our seer fell, they fell too. Well now. There are many in the Travelers with clever hands, but in Mooncamp we value a silver tongue above all. The coast was torn apart by the war. It's now a wasteland for scavengers, refugees, and soldiers. Farewell.
Yeah? We did it. We got out from under that rock and left the Hierophant in chains. We're the true travelers now. Free. Well, I've been to Telogris' den and back, but it feels calm to be at this place once more. Grim's running things here now. He said in time I might take the reins. That'll show these spur-galled layabouts. They're a bit lost without the Hierophant, but they'll be able to get through it in time. Grim, Krilgarin and I are here, and we'll make sure they see the light. Remember me!
of me. It's about time. Someone knew. I was beginning to think I'd turned to dust here at this counter alone, uninteresting and not having spoken to another soul in days. Han likes to keep me up here because down there I fill his ears with talk. Like that's a bad thing. This village is a graveyard sometimes. Talk would do it some good. Molly Janik at your service. I teach alchemy. What can be taught, that is. Most of it is a gift. Either you have it or you don't. It's big business around here. The magic of the Forsaken Plane has cooked up some mighty strange ingredients, that's for sure. You'll find some pretty weird stuff. My father was an alchemist. He trained me and my sister Lila to carry on his legacy. Lila hates people, spends most of her time in the cradle of summer, alone. Dull. I hate to say it, but the refugees are the most excitement we've seen here in weeks. You'd think there'd be more drama with a war on, but not in Ymir. Here we are between the cradle of summer and Rathir, and I spend my days watching the clouds drift by. What do you want to know? If you're going to spend time with Lila, you might want to prepare yourself beforehand. She's, unique. Lila has spent far too long in the cradle of summer with the Fae and their magic. All of that exposure has, how do I put this, altered her perspective. She's strange, all right. There, I said it. Han is an idiot. He's the only one who's imposed this ban on refugees in the village. To what end? They don't want trouble. Only food, water, a warm bed. Idiot. I'm so bored.
Welcome to Ymir. Hello, I'm Orca Tetran, village healer. You're new in Ymir. I never forget a face. Are you with the refugees? I'm sure you've heard about how Ymir is the birthplace of modern herbalism, a cradle of enchanted flora, a haven for the wildest reagents. Me, I don't care about that. I like the people. We get all sorts of interesting folk in here, like Oddwald the Scribe, like you. Nope, I'm never bored. Not in Ymir. I've never met one so obsessed. He goes on and on about his life's work, as if other mortals will find his study of the Fae as fascinating as he does. You can usually find him holed up in his house across the way, but sometimes he spends time here with us in the tavern. They are sorry caravan. I, for one, believe their stories. Look what the Tuatha have done across the sea, and what they intend to do if they arrive here. Gods forbid. What would stop them from sending warriors to hunt us down by our very hearths? The Tuatha will not rest until they break us. That is why we must never let them. Bye. Stay safe.
What do you need? Hello again. How are you enjoying your visit? This is the birthplace of alchemy in the Feylands. These plains have been soaked in the deepest magic. Every leaf, every stem, every root holds secrets. If you want to know more about our history, and about the fascinating flora and fauna of the Forsaken Plain, speak to Molly upstairs. She's a sweetie. Refugees from the coast of Twili. They claim their village was burned by Tuatha, but I know better. The Tuatha here in the realm of the Summer Court? I think not. They began arriving several weeks ago, marching from Galafor with their belongings dragged behind them. We've given them all we can, but we only have so much. No problem. We just fixed one up all nice and tidy. You're welcome to it. Well, you know where to go if you need a place to rest. Come again.
How goes the search? I see you've obtained some of the papers. Excellent. Keep looking. have never laid my gaze upon it. Such a thing would not be proper. I am a dustling, a child of death. The cradle of summer must not be sullied by my taint. It is a good place to find the peace I need to complete my work, although the refugees have certainly slowed progress. I am not one for the cacophony of any kind. I don't know how the Fae in the cradle of summer can stand having us so near. Our mortal din is far too distracting, even for me. It is not in the Fae's nature to fight. The summer and winter courts have existed in harmony since the beginning of time. Leave it to us mortals to ruin a good thing. 500 years ago, the Summer King Issa and the Winter Lord On broke from that pattern and fought a battle here on this very plain. The land carries the scars. I was born in the city of Rathir, an orphan of the Wending. One day, I stumbled upon the Scholia Arcana library, and I found new life in the ancient books. My advice to them would be to gain some perspective. Villages grow and burn. There is only one event that is worth our attention, and that is the God's Storm. Of course, I don't typically prefer the company of others. Take the leader of these refugees, for example. Master Elrod Edmund. Gruff, coarse, not a pleasantry in sight. They are lost to the ages, I'm afraid. Minds such as Awald and Callus are rare. I suspect that their works have been spread across the plains. Keep your eyes open.
Yeah? Damn hot.
What can I do for you? Any friend of Adith Scoria is a friend of mine. I thought I could smell meat on you. Thanks a lot. You really helped me out. Come back any time, and I'll buy more meat off of you.
How may I help? The blessing of the Hierophant be with you. There's a whole world of hidden secrets you can learn with my training, if you're willing to pay. It was a mining area once. Now there's not much that's left to dig out of the soil, from what I hear. Still, there's enough of other things to scavenge in the mines and quarries if you keep your eyes peeled. It isn't hard to learn how to find what's hidden. You've just got to look for the usual patterns, the same clues, and you sort it all out. It's gone now. Gone and never coming back. Who knows what's to become of that spot now? But it's not the travelers anymore. People in towns and cities think we travelers are shunned. In truth, we're freer than they'll ever know. Pleasant findings. tinkerer here. So Argine was the Hierophant all along. I don't suppose you know of an all-powerful seer that is looking to lead a band of thieves? Looks like I'm going to need that iron now more than ever. Care to help? I mostly work with everyday objects, farm tools, spades, kitchen goods. Warriors don't have much use for my skills. Well, around, I suspect. I haven't been out on the road in some time, but as I recall, it's not too hard to find. Farewell.
What are you looking at?
We've expanded the facilities as much as we can, I'm afraid. But look at how far it's come. It's quite a sight, eh? Truly a marvel of modern architecture, if I do say so myself. Here you go. This is the profit we've managed to make since you were away. Be careful out in the sands.
Hey there. Do you have any weapons that need maintaining? I'll get it done cheap, and I'll get it done well. All of this is yours now, champion. All of the vendors here contribute a fee to sell on arena grounds. Jokel mentioned he'd handle collecting the fee for you, so just speak to him when you're ready to collect. Not much there for me, but I've heard the gamblers think I have a profound effect on the outcome of matches. If a gladiator has the gold to afford my repairs, I may bet his way. Now, Valor gamblers aren't known for their intelligence, but that seems pretty smart. I challenge you to find a better blacksmith in the region. The pieces Thora sells are adequate, I suppose. But if you ever buy anything from her, you best let me reinforce it before you go into battle. Magnus knew a good find when he saw one. Paid for my daughter and myself to come from Dalentarth to maintain his gladiator's equipment. She sells armor on Valor grounds. It's adequate equipment, but her pieces don't compare to my handiwork. Come back if you ever need something repaired, champion. The arena is a crash course in survival. Once that arena gate closes...
Armor and weapons may fail you in battles. Don't push it. Well, hello there. Are you suffering from anything, warrior? Festering wound? Magical burns? Good old-fashioned sword stabbing? I've got a poultice for that.
So much to buy, so little time before my next match.
Welcome. Any socketed gems I can remove for you? Welcome. Any socketed gems I can remove for you? He goes by the name of Franz. Franz Engelhardt. I'm as distrustful of him as I am of all of those in his profession. Fate weavers do little good for society. But of course, gamblers are just the type of people to throw their money at them. You'll not find me there. Its patrons are too unruly for my liking. And a Fate Weaver makes his living there as well. All the more reason to avoid it. There isn't a better place in all of Detir to make a living. Can you imagine the work it must take to make a mine profitable? At Valor Arena, if you're good with a blade, can cast a little magic or have some coin to begin with, you're off to a good start. I'm the best sagecrafter you'll find in these parts. With the arena dominated by physical fighting, you'd be surprised how far a little magic will take you.
Hey there, stranger. You look like you've seen some combat. Care to take a look at the highest quality armor this side of Detir? With you around, the crows might actually get somewhere.
Champion. Hail, gladiator. Can I offer you a drink? Good luck out there, gladiator.
Hail. I'll see you around, champion. Farewell, champion.
Still here, I see. And still fateless.
Greetings, champ.
Great work, Gladiator. Now that your reign as champion has begun, the House of Valor goes to you. The manor, the gambling den, the markets,
All of that land is yours. I know you lead a busy life, so I'd be happy to take care of them for you, for a small fee. But don't worry, I'll just take a small slice of your profits. Come by every once in a while, and I'll hand over the money that the den and the arena generate. Very well, champion. Here's what we've collected thus far. Greetings, gladiator.